It's me.
He said content kings. That's what we're about, man. About getting the content. I see you got the cameraman showed up.
Yes. Shout out Enrique, EJ DJ.
I found out that
Master
he was
Mix.
EJ DJ.
Master Mix. Yeah, or Master Mix. EJ Master Mix on Instagram.
Word? Are you a DJ?
When he's lit. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like, man, a few Coronas, a couple shots of tequila in, I'm good. I'm ready.
He's like, I got the aux cord. Boom.
Yeah.
We're the aux cord DJs, me and him.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's the only time I DJ.
Here's the thing about aux cords, man. You can't be in a group like, I don't know if you back in high school and shit, when you had the aux cord, now they got Bluetooth and shit, so that shit's kind of wild. But back in the day, man, you had the aux cord. The man with the aux cord better be playing some hits. Because if you ain't, pass it to the right.
Facts.
Keep that shit going.
Yep. They're just rude to you straight up. Like, hey, pass me the aux cord. They don't even let the song finish. They just, give me the aux cord. Boom.
Were you the one with the car in high school?
Yeah, a little late though. I got it like in 11th grade.
That ain't late. Shit, late for me is 22.
Damn. Yeah. You didn't have a car in high school?
I didn't have a car in high school. I was rocking these, what do they call them? Flight keys. My fucking
flight keys.
Yeah, whatever on your feet.
Did you go to high school in Utah?
Yeah. So yes, I went to Cottonwood High School in 05 when I moved here in 05 from Portland. So.
Dope.
But shit, I didn't know anybody. So the person with the car was like the person with the car. Like that was the, well, we going to lunch today. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So you had the whip in junior high? I mean,
as
a junior?
Grade. Yeah, as a junior. I had friends that had their cars like in 9th grade. So that's why I was like, dang, I was a little late. Yeah. But I mean, it all worked out. It was perfect timing.
What was your first job?
My first job?
Did you have a job?
Yeah, it was when I was 15 years old. I used to work at my old middle school when I was in like 9th grade.
They hired
or no, kid? 8th grade. Yeah, they hire you. They only do like, it was only like 3 hours a day. You could start working at 15. And so I was working at my middle school as a sweeper, cleaning up the classrooms and just making money. Like I just remember like my parents' mentality, bro, like they're traditional like Mexicanos. They're from like Jalisco, Mexico. And like, bro, they're very like hard workers, you know, like put your head down and just work hard and just that mentality, you know, now that I really think about it, but that's kind of what influenced me like at a young age that I was like, if I want money, I gotta work for it. Boom. And so I was like 15, like sweeping, like that was the year right before I started doing music in 9th grade, like publicly. Like I was kind of like the super quiet kid, like awkward. Like I still feel like I'm an awkward, like shy, but I don't present myself like that because that's like, you know what I mean? I
don't see it. I mean, I did at first.
Yeah, not no more.
You did
not
like
no more.
a whole rebrand, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, for those of you that don't know, I got Santos Guzman in the building. So, salute to you for coming through.
Thank you.
I've known about you for a long ass time. I've known about you for a long time, back when you was backpack rapping. Oversized T-shirts and shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speedy G. Yep.
And then you went to SG.
Mm-hmm.
You went to SG. I remember.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yo, I didn't think people actually paid attention to that, bro.
The rebrands. Like, so here's the thing about rebrands. Like, it wasn't that popular back in the day. Like, it wasn't that popular to just be like, yo,
switch it up.
Yeah, I'm shedding that person. I'm this person now.
Yeah.
And so I took notice. Is that where you started? You started off as Speedy G?
Yeah.
And then you transformed into SG?
Yeah, SG was kind of like that transition period where I was like, all right, like SG can still be Speedy G's. SG can be my name. Like it's still, you know what I mean? It's very general. So it's kind of like neutral. And then after that is when I like went to Santos Guzman without the S. And then I had like some good friends. Caballos del Norte, they're like a Mexican regional band here locally that travel and tour. And he was like, you should add the S so you can eventually just go to like a one name basis, like Santos, you know. Because like them, they're Caballos del Norte, and most people just call them Caballos, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know. There's just things like that, you know, that it's like, it's always, you can always evolve as a person, you know. You can always like, that's the one thing, you know, that I'm like, that's the best part about being an artist is being able to reinvent yourself and like recreate yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, I look at it too in a spiritual way sometimes too, like being born again or like becoming a new person, you know, changing or whatever. Cause yeah, when I first started rapping, it was more like grew up right there in Midvale, so there was a lot of like, how would you say, like gang culture. Like it was very, very strong right there with the Mexican community in Midvale at the middle school. Like a lot of sureños, couple of like, there wasn't a lot of norteños because like it was mostly
Lacotes were over there too, right?
the what?
The Lacotes.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyways, like that environment was very, long story short, very like strong, you know? And that influenced me a lot when I first started off with the whole Speedy G vibe. But, you know, I started realizing like, yo, I don't know. I've always believed like being a leader versus a follower. And then that's when I really like snapped out of that. Like I felt like I was becoming a follower when I had someone tell me like how to dress, you know, oh, you got to dress like this. It was basically like that look, you know, the gangster look, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, nah, man, like I'm like, I'm my own person, you know, like I'm unique. I'm my own individual. Like, I don't know. So that's when I had a wake up moment, and I've never really expressed it to that depth, but I mean, respect to all that, like no disrespect to nobody, but you know, just like, that's when I realized that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Being around that environment. And then that's when I started going into music full time at the Boys and Girls Club in Midvale. I was in the studio, like they would give the kids like 2 hours. And like, I was usually the only one, bro, always in there. Like I started off with like 5 people. And then by the end of my senior year, I went there since 9th grade till senior year, bro. That's how I started like my music career or whatever.
So they had
on
studio
MySpace
in the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, in Midvale.
That's wild.
And I had a baby blue mic. The engineer was Germs. I don't know if you remember him, Native Son. He was like a backpack rapper.
Yep.
Yeah, he worked
and then he started DJing. Yeah. I remember Native Son.
He worked there, bro.
He was nice.
He was my first mentor, bro. He always like, he's the one that like brought me back down to like the hip hop roots. Like, like he taught me everything. He's like, and I have so much respect for him, you know. Shout out to Native Son. I think he's in New Mexico. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but I do have him on Facebook. And yeah, man, he really taught me like what the meaning, like he's the one that always every day before we recorded, he would like make it, excuse me. He made us freestyle. Like before every session, he would like we would just have a freestyle session, cypher, you know.
Were you intimidated at all? Like to be like, yo, I'm gonna just do this.
Yeah, of course. At first, you know, like I would overthink, but I really liked it because it was like he liked to explain it as exercise for the mind. And ever since he said that, bro, like it stuck with me. Like it's just me exercising the mind, you know, going on the walk, like running, you know, with my mind, just a little exercise, keep it sharp. And I really appreciate him for it because that's one thing to this day that I always like believe in, you know, like no matter what setting I'm in, I'm always down to freestyle because I know like, I don't know, the respect, the significance of like freestyling.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know. Would you agree with like the culture and what freestyle means? Because there's artists out there that are like they make amazing songs, but we're like in the cipher. And it's not even just local artists. It could be I've seen big artists that they don't freestyle, like on interviews, you know,
or vice versa. People
like,
that can't really make a song, but they can spit their ass off in a freestyle. I mean, somebody I would say that encompasses that is Common, right? Like you'll always see Common to just get down and just bust a free. And you know that shit's genuine. Like, you know he has love for it. He respects the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, respecting the culture.
Do you still practice freestyling? Like, do you still
yeah, I like to get a good freestyle in, like, at least 3 times a week to just, like, either when I'm driving. But, yeah, I like to put on, like, hip-hop beats or whatever and just freestyle. But it's an interesting, I don't know, like, the transitioning of how I write now versus how I used to write. It's interesting.
What changed that?
I think it's been like for me, I feel like with singing, or not singing, but more like melodic kind of rap, whatever. Like it's like you kind of have to just be in the moment. Like I feel like when you like write it down, it kind of, for me, it gets kind of complicated. Like I'm just like, I like to just vibe. But with like the rap stuff, it's more like you have to focus on every line and like, I don't know. It's more, I guess now it's more like free, I guess, more open versus with the raps. It's like, you know, you wanted to get all your lines and your bars and everything. Like,
do you think you're more worried about punches, like punchlines,
Yeah.
When you're writing and you're like, yo, I need to hit him with a real punch, versus now where you're making music, like you're making music for people to groove to and have fun with. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's been, I feel like even when I was doing more of the rap stuff, I still had that style anyways, where I keep it super like simple or whatever. But to me, it's like my goal with music is like I want people to like pick it up as easy as possible, you know? Like, I don't know, like I like to rap, and there's people that have heard me rap, and they always tell me like, you need to go back to that. And I'm just like, bro, but, you know, like, I don't know, like, that's not really, like, I want people to, like, stick with my music, you know? Like, I want it to be sticky music, like, where it just sticks to them. They can sing along to it right quick, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's an interesting, I don't know how to explain it. I've just had good response to it. So I just, you know, I listen to the people and what they like, so. Are
you happy with where you are right now as far as the music that you're making right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been a process because, you know, like the song that really helped me out was like the cumbia kind of like rhythm. And that's been my most popular song, you know, and there's people that are like, you should have kept doing that song. Because I kind of went more to the, oh man, I shouldn't be drinking this. It's going to be making me burp the
Perrier?
I'll just burp on the mic.
You all good.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Be the first one to burp on the mic.
Oh, don't do that.
Just kidding. Nah.
They gonna kill you in the comments.
Do it. Nah, let's do it. Full send it right now. Shout out to the Nuck Boys. No, I love the Nuck Boys.
Crazy, man.
I know, man.
I just seen they did a prank. They were sneezing on people in the hood.
Oh man,
and homeboy got lit up.
Yeah, he was chasing them down.
And he said he called like 17 people.
Yeah, he's all calling his people. No, I feel like, man, they say that they're the one. They say that they used to call out Fousey for doing fake pranks.
Yeah,
and they talk about being like 100%. You know, like they do real pranks 100%. But I don't know, man. Like with all this kind of stuff, like everything's fabricated in the industry. So you know, like, how true is it? I don't know to what extent. Because I mean, I always question things like that, but I don't know
if it's real or not.
Yeah, but I really love their stuff because they're funny and they're genuine and they're like they have this thing.
They created a whole brand, like
brand.
Full Send is everywhere. Like it's everywhere. All the college kids know about it. You know what I mean? They all eat it up.
Exactly.
And it's fucking entertaining.
Yeah, it's super entertaining.
I'm like, damn, like you guys are sitting here risking your life allegedly, like. You know what I mean? We don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's real. That shit look real as fuck.
My question is, how do they actually get to like film it and not get the video taken down at these locations? I'm like, dude, I feel like these places, they're in on it kind of thing.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like they have money. They're paying at least the place to let them do the pranks, but the people don't know, you know? They're just like, yeah, here, we'll let you. Because I'm like, how would they get away with it? Because they have gotten kicked out of spots.
They got kicked out of a country.
Yeah, out of a country. Yeah.
Did they get kicked out of Russia or they couldn't even go to Russia or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or some country, yeah, but man, I love it though.
You ever do any pranks?
Nah, one time we tried to do it, well, not like recently. One time we did one at Slick when I first went there, my first year of college. Like there was like a little playhouse in the hallway, and I have it on YouTube, I think. And someone just hid in there and like they were scaring people or whatever.
Gotcha.
But that was pretty much it. And I was filming it with my phone, trying to be like but
yeah,
it was not like the YouTube videos you see where they're like zoomed in, and all that good quality.
That's like fucking production then.
Yeah, yeah, man, that too.
How was your college experience? Are you still in college right now?
Nah, I dropped out.
Okay, so you went to school. You went to Slick.
Yeah, I went to Slick.
How was that?
Honestly, I loved it. Got really good opportunities. I was actually an ambassador there, so like my pictures on Slick stuff. Like I signed my image away, I guess. Dang it.
Damn.
No, but yeah, I'm on the side of the Slick building in downtown. They had me on like the front page of the website because I used to be an ambassador, and they took this picture of us of like all the different ambassadors. In that year, there was a lot of diversity. There's like an Asian dude, this black chick, this like ginger girl, like it was just a diverse group, and then me, and so they love that stuff. They eat that stuff up, you know. So then they makes their college look diverse. It makes Slick look diverse. But anyways, yeah, like even the Chili's in Taylorsville, there's like a Slick wall, and the picture's right there.
And you're in it.
Yeah, people will send it to me on Snapchat or Instagram. They're like, "What the?"
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there, put a mustache on you or something.
Oh man, please.
I'm gonna go graph it up.
Please. But one of the sticky ones, the furry ones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
So
like,
you're an ambassador in college. What did you go to school for? What were you there for?
Communications. Yeah, so I didn't finish. As far as experience, bro, it was good. You know, I had a lot of opportunities, but at the end of the day, I just felt like it wasn't for me, you know? Like I just felt I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like I knew school was important. I wanted to graduate. Just to like cause shout out to my brother, but he didn't graduate and he did after later on. He got his diploma or whatever, but I was the first one that graduated, so I had that
high school.
Yeah, high school.
Okay.
And then first one to go to college. And so I kind of had that like I like that, you know, like that sounds cool, you know, sounds good, make my parents like happy, proud. But then I was like, man, like who do I want to make happy though? Like me or my parents? Like
So you chose yourself?
Yeah.
Selfish bastard.
But man, it's just you know, and
how'd your parents take that?
I can still fit. You know, they kind of just were like, what, you know, at first they didn't really like,
oh, mijo, you were supposed to be the first one.
Kind of, but they didn't really support me. Like, you know, they didn't really, because they never went to college, you know, like they only went to junior high, I think it was, which is wild to think about. Like, I don't think about that enough. Like, that's weird. Like, that's wild to me. Like, I think 9th grade or something. Or no, not even that. I think it was like 6th grade, bro.
And then they stopped going?
Yeah, it's just because it was just so like they grew up kind of like in a small town, kind of like the countryside, you could say.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say they were like, well, I don't know. I don't really know what the financial situation's like, but there's just not a lot of money in Mexico like that. And like, I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not like, I don't know. They never usually, they kind of make it seem like they struggled a lot, but I'm like, I don't know. It's just you have to go to Mexico to like kind of understand the vibe. It's interesting.
Were you born here?
Yeah, I was born here.
In Utah?
Yeah.
You grew up in Utah?
Yeah. First generation.
When did your parents come here?
Back in the 80s.
Okay.
They first came they came to Lancaster, California. And my brother was born over there in Santana or Orange County, somewhere over there. And then they moved over here like in like early 90s, I think. 91, 92, something like that, right before I was born, though. And then they moved to Utah. And then, yeah. So grew up here my whole life, went to Hillcrest High.
Okay.
Yeah, graduated from there. And then, I don't know, man, with the whole college thing, I'm just like, maybe I'll go back. But nah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Is that where you
took up too much time, bro?
College did?
Yeah.
How did your parents take you pursuing a music career?
Honestly, bro, like, at least how I took it, they didn't really support me in the beginning. Yeah. Right now, they're kind of opening up a little bit more, but they're not necessarily like, because they come from a like work hard, put the work in, like show something from it, and since they're not necessarily seeing, I guess, what from their perspective of like results from the music, you know, like the value, or you know what I mean, like
value as in money.
Potentially, yeah. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Do they understand value in like other? It's 2020. There's value other than money.
Yeah, definitely. You know, sadly, bro. I mean, I feel like they do and they don't, but I feel like they don't. You know, I don't know. Maybe they just focus on like the money part of it, or I don't know. But you know, they opened up. Like my mom, she'll be supportive here and there. You know, she'll like my stuff and all that, and like she'll like ask me about things. So I think they're starting to see more and more like, okay, like he really cares about this. Like, you know, he really wants to do this. And so, yeah, I mean, they've been kind of chill, but they're not like necessarily like super, super open and supportive about it. They're just kind of like, oh, how is this? Oh, you have a show. Okay.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he's still kind of like, oh, you need to like let go of that hobby already. Go make some money. Like,
yeah, you
know, I'm just like, dang. I mean,
have they ever been to a show?
They went to one show, actually, when I opened up for Carlos Santana's son, Salvador Santana. And he kind of does like a rap fusion with rock kind of thing. Obviously he's not that known. Yeah. Like, I thought he kind of was, but not really. But anyways, yeah, there wasn't a lot of people there. It was like on a Tuesday or Wednesday or something at freaking Metro Bar or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, they went to that show. and like they took pictures there, and like they were all into it, you know. They were like taking pictures, and like there wasn't a lot of people, but they still like took pictures at the event, and I don't know. It was cool. My dad made it his profile picture, you know. Like,
Yeah.
So
were you nervous? Like, do you get nervous when?
yeah, at that time, I think I might have been, because it makes me more nervous, bro, when there's not a lot of people versus when there's more. Like, it's weird. Like, when there's like 6 people just watching you, it's like, oh or like 10 people. I don't know. You know, it's just weird.
Well, it's different. I've seeing your music, Speedy G days, versus Santos Guzman days now. I feel like you're more of a showman, right? So you definitely feeding off of the crowd now. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, that's what it's always. I think with the mentors Caballos del Norte, with that like Mexican band vibe. Like when I watch them, it's like it's all about like interacting with the crowd, like making it about them, you know, and like that's what it is. It's just like you're their servant, you know what I mean? Like I've heard in Mexican music, you always hear singers like in between songs in Spanish, they'll say like, you know, here at your orders, you know, your humble servant or something, like just things like that I'm like, wow, like that's powerful. That's powerful stuff. Like there's also actually, who does that is the people that are gonna play at the Super Bowl, Tigres del Norte. I think they're like the first ever. Did you hear about that?
They're playing there?
Tigres del
Norte. I thought it was J-Lo and Shakira.
Nah, Tigres del Norte are gonna open up the Super Bowl in Miami. Yeah, or they're performing. Oh, I don't know.
On TV?
I think that I've seen articles of it.
Full of shit.
No,
it's
bro.
Shakira and J-Lo.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, then I think the
halftime. Or
the opener.
They're opening the Super Bowl because J-Lo and Shakira is the halftime show.
Okay, yeah, then they're opening it.
Oh, okay.
And they said it's going to be the most Latino Super Bowl ever. It's in Miami. You know, all the artists on the bill are Latino, which is crazy. But when I went to go see Tigres del Norte, bro, that's what they would say. You know, he takes off his hat and he's like, here, you know, your humble servants. And that's really what they're about. Like, they're about the people. They make their show about the people. And I was so blown away when I went to that show. Shout out to Jose. He's the one that actually invited us. He kind of like hosted us when we were out in San Jose. Me and Crowd Control, when we went to go do the Sonido Clash Music Festival out there. That was like the first ever music festival that I like been to. And we went to go see them before the festival. And it was, bro, I just learned so much. And it was at a winery, bro, on the side of the mountain in San Jose. I was lit, bro. Like, damn. Hella drinking wine. Like, bro, I was spilling wine all over myself. I was so embarrassed. Like,
damn, you made a fool of yourself the first festival?
A little bit. No, not at the festival. At the Tigres del Norte show. At the winery, bro.
Was this before or after your
Before. Yeah, it was like a day or two before. Yeah, no, that was on a Friday, and then the festival was on a Sunday. So, bro, but it was amazing, though. Like, got too lit, you know, spilled a little wine on me, but besides that, I learned a lot from Tigres del Norte, bro. But they're opening up the Super Bowl, man. That's huge.
So are they cumbia as well?
They're more norteña, that's kind of their category. It's more like
I thought that was a gang.
Norteño is
okay.
Norteña is a genre in Mexican music. It's more like.
So what do you call a female norteño?
A norteña, yeah.
Damn. See what I did there? You see? It is a gang. Nah, I was playing.
No.
So
I'm just kidding. No.
Speaking of gangs,
yeah, that's why I changed my name too from Speedy G, bro.
Why?
Because of that whole. There's like an artist, a norteño artist that had that same name, and like out of respect, you know, I wanted to change my name because people, and not just that, but just the whole affiliation with it.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah, I don't even know if we should be talking about that, but. I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff.
Nah, I feel you.
We might have to edit that one out.
Yeah, we definitely don't edit shit. But look,
damn,
check it.
We gotta edit that.
They know what's up. They know what's up. They know what's up. If you got any problems, you can see me. But yeah, so you know, starting off, you were definitely hip hop driven.
Yeah, definitely.
Switching into cumbia, was there any? I don't want to say difficulty, but was it like, what were you nervous about making that switch?
Definitely, man. Like, I think the biggest thing, to be honest with everyone, is my biggest insecurity. Cause like growing up here, like I learned Spanish just from my parents, bro. Like speaking with them at the house.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really like I had like Spanish in high school like 1 year or something, but like that wasn't really like I don't know. I feel like if I would have grown up in Mexico, like my Spanish would have been way better than it is. Like I've definitely improved. I definitely have, but like throughout the years, I feel like it's been improving. Just because like what happens is, you know, like I was like what in kindergarten when I started learning English or whatever. So like in a way, when I speak Spanish, I have like an English accent regardless. Like even if I'm speaking it well, they can still kind of like hear that I'm from over here. It's weird.
Do you feel judged?
Yeah, that experience definitely like shook me, you know, because like I felt like I wasn't from over there or I wasn't from the U.S. You know what I mean? It was weird.
You know who else had that problem?
Selena.
Yep. You know who else put an S at the end of her name?
Selena.
Salinas.
Yes. No, she's a big influence. So that's another reason why I want to go to the one name basis. Selena, man, that was, you know. But nowadays though, it makes me mad because I didn't think this was a real thing. And like I would be like, oh yeah, Selena, and they're like, who's Selena Gomez? I'm like,
oh
no. I was like, no, please don't tell me.
KJ does that shit. He's a big Selena Gomez fan.
When I hear Selena, the only Selena I think about is Quintanilla, bro.
Yep.
Bidi Bidi Bam Bam. That's it.
Gone too soon, man.
I know. I mean, shout out to Selena Gomez still.
Nah, fuck her.
Oh, damn.
I'm just playing.
Bro, speaking about her though, didn't you hear what who was it? Dang, it was some rapper, but Selena Gomez tried to. Oh no, who was the? Oh no, that was dang, who was it, bro? Freaking
You talking about French Montana?
Nah, I'm talking about what's her name? Freaking, she was on the singing show, bro. Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
You know, she had her whole thing that she went through. You know what I'm talking about? And
with the drugs?
Yeah. And who was it? There was like a YouTuber, a rapper, someone that she tried to tell him like to stop like doing so much drugs too. And then he like was on this interview. Have you seen this?
I haven't.
And he's like, yeah, you should probably stop doing hair or whatever she did, you know? And he just straight up, it was Steve from Nelk Boys, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's who it was, not a rapper.
Then she DM'd him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
And he's just like being a savage about it. I was like, what?
Yeah, because she was telling him to stop because he
drinking
chugs
so
beers
much
and shit like that. This motherfucker chugs gallons of fucking liquor. Like gallons of liquor. He chugs this shit. And so Demi Lovato was like, yo, you should probably chill out. And he was like, you dumb bitch, you should probably stop doing heroin.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I was like, okay, Mr. Steve.
Did y'all like White Claws by any chance? I just didn't see any White Claws in there.
There's a Truly. It's the knockoff White Claw.
No, man.
You a basic bitch.
Yeah, man. White Claw's the law, dude.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, White Claws is like if what's that one called? Like
Truly?
Oh yeah, White Claws like a private school version of that right there.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? If it went to private school, you know? That's what White Claw is.
We got Hennessy.
No, man. I don't the only liquor I drink is tequila. Shout out to Jalisco. That's where my parents are from.
Shout out to Vita Tequila, all right?
Yeah, shout out to Vita Tequila. I saw that. When I saw tequila, I was already like, how do I become a part of that? Like, how do I get some sponsorship, man?
Yeah.
Cause like tequila, bro, that's part of like Jalisco culture, like from the state where my parents are from. That's where tequila is made from, bro.
Really?
Yeah, like there's only 3 states in Mexico that make tequila, and Jalisco's one of the main ones. Yeah, bro, it's amazing. Like I took a tour and got hella lit on the tour. Like
you go on a lot of tours, man. You got a wine tour. You went.
Yeah, the tequila Jalisco, bro.
Check it out.
What's it called? Their 1800 is there. They have a factory there. That's like the top brand, you know. And then you have some local tequila breweries that are like not as expensive and not as busy as the 1800 one that we went on. We went on like the cheaper one, and like all the cars that pick you up at the plaza, they take you in like they're like hot dogs and like weird shaped cars. And they take you on these tours, bro, and you just get lit. Like they give you all these samples.
How old were you when you went there?
I was like 22, 23. Okay. Yeah, I was already older than 21.
Is that the age over there?
No, over there it's like 18.
Word.
But kids are drinking at like 12. Shit.
We don't condone that.
Yeah, we don't condone that, but dang.
Yeah, that's why.
Damn, son.
When's the first time you had a drink? You remember your first drink?
Oh, man. I was like, I was 15, bro. But I didn't get lit, though. I was like, it's just like, what's one sip, 2 sips?
18?
No, 15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, I was with this girl. It's because I was with this girl, so I was trying to be cool.
Be
Yeah, she was older than me too. You know who you are. I'm not gonna say your name because she's married now.
Vanessa
has kids, but
Just play.
but I know you're gonna see this. I know she watches my stuff consistently. Shout out to you.
Yo, she's married with kids and she's watching your shit.
Yeah. Okay, so
all right.
She likes to watch my content, but yeah, she was there. She was like 18 and I was like 15. And she was looking fine, you know, and we drank some wine. Just kidding, no, some beers. One beer, and then that was it. But I didn't get lit. It was just like a sip or two, whatever. And my brother was with me. He was like, I don't know, 19, 20 maybe.
Bad influence.
I know, dang. Yeah, that was back in the Speedy G days. I was 15. I was like straight up Speedy G right there. I was wearing my Speedy G shirt and everything, the old English and all that. Dang.
The real throwback.
Yeah. Whew.
Did you were you into sports in high school?
Yeah, I played football in 9th grade only. Cause then I was like, nah, this ain't I got rocked one time by this big Tongan dude, and that's when I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore.
And then you just quit sports?
Yeah.
And that's when you picked up the pen?
Exactly. It was that summer right before I started going hard. Cause I've been like, I was into rapping since I was probably like in 6th grade, but like I wasn't like, I didn't release anything. I just was recording on my karaoke machine and like rapping by myself. And it wasn't until that summer in 9th grade, 2009, that summer right before I played football, and then like that following school year, I guess, whatever, September, October, that's when I started hitting the studio like heavy. And then it just continued on for those 3 years in the studio like every day pretty much for like 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So yeah, it was cool. Like,
turn the mic. Make sure you speak into the MXL.
Yeah, so I mixed. Oh, dang. When did that happen?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Oh man, that's funny.
So where did you record after the Boys and Girls Club?
So I started going with who did I record with? I don't even know, man. I started working with different people, but then around that time, who was I recording with? Dang.
Was it like a studio or like just a house studio?
I think it was actually house studios. So right after high school, yeah, to be honest, I had the hardest time finding studios because like I didn't really know nobody like that. I would always just had a spot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to like kind of like start networking and meeting people. But it was also kind of expensive, honestly, especially like being right out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
It was pricey. And I think I was working like part-time or something. I don't know. But yeah, man, it took me a minute, actually. It took me like 2-3 years. And that's when I was doing school. Like I stopped doing music for like 2-3 years, bro. Like, you know, like I could say I've been doing it for 10 years, but it's been kind of like not on and off, but a little bit, you know, like It wasn't that consistent, but still, you know, still there.
You were figuring out life. You were right after high school. That shit's scary, man. I remember when I left high school when I graduated. I didn't know what I was doing. I was doing the radio shit and stuff like that. So it was like
that was straight out of high school.
Yeah, straight. I was in high school when I was really put on.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 30 now. I'm
okay.
an old man.
So,
I graduated in 07.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember when you were on the radio. Going back to what we were saying right before the recording is I remember you on MySpace. Like I remember, and then yeah, the radio stuff. I just remember you being like a public figure, and I know you were with U92.
Yeah, well, not directly. I was with Dog 'Em Out, who did a show on U92.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, and I was just like, man, I don't know. I've just definitely seen you working too, you know.
Yeah, that was.
And you did music too, right?
Yeah,
reggae music.
I mean everything.
I remember that too.
I don't like to admit it, but yeah.
That's how I first actually like heard of you. Actually, was through MySpace. Didn't you have music on MySpace?
Yo.
Dude, MySpace music was the best thing ever, bro.
And then they deleted all of our shit.
I know. What the man?
KJ broke that news to me, and I broke my heart, man. Because I was like, yo,
you've known him that long?
Yeah, I've known KJ
since MySpace days.
Nah, MySpace. Well,
y'all met on MySpace? Just kidding.
Nah. I've known K about 10 years now. Yeah. And shit.
I met Enrique on MySpace.
Word.
We just met today though. I'm just kidding.
On the dating profile?
Yeah, no. No, not like that. Not like that. Nah. I like women.
Yeah. Hey man, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Man, rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
Wow, bro. Like, honestly, I had to, like, the first couple days, I was just like, nah. I was just like, no way. Like, come on. Like, dang, I didn't want to hear this. Like, I didn't want to see this. And I kind of denied it at first. And then even though I knew it was true already, I just didn't know how I felt about it. I was just like I was like, man, I didn't know the guy. But I also, like, when I reflect on him as a person, because I remember when I was, like, younger, bro, I used to go into the whole, like, I don't know. I just like to be kind of like a rebel and was like, I used to rub it in my friend's face that really loved Kobe Bryant. Because you know how he had the allegations and all that? Yeah. Bro, I used to, like, joke about that, you know, and, like, I wouldn't joke about that anymore. But back then when I was younger, I used to just, you know, call him all this stuff. Like, oh, he's a...
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, nah, bro. I don't know. I started looking, like, deeper. God damn it. That's what's happening. I was looking into it more, like, I don't know, man. Like, I heard it was like a conspiracy is what I was trying to say.
There's no conspiracy. I don't
want to go into that?
No. The conspiracy, I don't give it no mind. Because at the end of the day, 9 people lost their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And not even the conspiracy of what happened, but the whole about the allegations. That was like that was more of a conspiracy. Yeah, because I don't believe the conspiracy of the whole thing that happened. Yeah,
honestly, I think aside from Kobe, anytime you have a rape allegation, I think that there are 2 sides to the story.
Yeah,
and I think rape is one of those words where no matter if it's true or not, you're gonna be guilty. If a woman right now says I raped her right now while we're recording, everybody's gonna call me a rapist, even though I was here with you brothers.
Yeah,
and it's a fucked up thing, and we've talked about it before. You know, Kay, you know, we've talked about it, and honestly, like that whole stigma of crying wolf, we need to look at that again. We need to look at those allegations if they're not true. You know what I mean? Yeah. And not to take away from anyone, man or woman, if they get raped and that shit really does happen, then we need to really do something about that.
Yeah, 100%. And to add just like a little side note that I heard somewhere is that I forgot what it was. It was like a statistic. Is that the word? How do you say it?
Statistic?
Yeah, that word.
You went to college.
I didn't. I dropped out though. Hey, you know who inspired me to drop out though? It was definitely Kanye West. You hear that, Kanye? No, I'm just kidding.
You were born the day that Dropout came out.
No, I wasn't.
When were you born? Like 97?
93.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were younger.
No, I'm 26.
Damn.
Yeah.
Getting up there.
I'm youngin'. I'm still young.
I had my first son when I was 26.
Wow.
25.
Knock on wood.
You ain't out here shooting up clubs?
No.
Why not? That shit's fun.
Nah, I just not right. No, man. You know, especially with like what I want to do, like I don't know. I just feel like having kids and all that kind of would have.
Only if you want to be a good dad. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You could be a bad dad and just fucking worry about yourself.
Yeah, and be like those artists or any entertainment business person that like their children grow up like.
My dad was
like
never
wild.
there.
Yeah, like they had all this money, but their parents were never there. Like that's the worst.
Yeah,
capitalism. That's capitalism.
Would you want money over a family, or would you want a happy?
At
family?
first, I don't know. See, that's the thing, because I don't know, man. I feel like you can do both, but I feel like I want to get like my part right first. I want to play out my, you know what I mean? Like I want to enjoy my life and like do all these things first, and then later on, you know, have kids.
Yeah,
like later.
Do you have a lady right now?
Nah, I'm single.
For how long?
For how long am I single?
Yeah, how long? When was your last relationship?
Oh, man, I don't know. Like, it's been a minute. It's been weird because, like, I've dated girls. Like, the last girl I kind of dated was, like, dang, I don't want to talk about that. No, I'm just kidding. September. We ended, like, around September.
Okay. Your fault?
Nah. It was just a very toxic situation. I mean, both of our faults, I guess. I don't know. We didn't even date for that long though, so I can't even count that as a relationship. We were like probably seeing each other for like 3 months or something.
Yeah.
4 months, and that was it. But I learned a lot from it. But it was very toxic, and like
You learned what not to look for in the next one.
yeah, exactly.
You
Like
still talk to this one?
nah, definitely not. I blocked her.
You blocked her?
Yeah, I had
You
to.
got to.
She's so fine though. Like she knows. Like that's why I blocked her.
Because she's so fine, you don't want to
Yeah.
just come across it?
Yeah, dude, I got
What if
tempted
she
a couple times, and I'm like, I know I shouldn't do this. Like, I see those memes that are all spiritual, like, yeah, like they were referencing some like,
If you can't like me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
nah, even worse than that. It was like, what was it?
Waldo, you want to talk about your situation?
I was like, I can't even remember, bro. But anyways, yeah.
So you learned a lot.
Yeah, I learned a lot, man. It was cool, but it was wild too. I was just like, whoa, this is intense. It was probably my most intense like relationship. Or
You ever have any groupie love?
oh yeah, sometimes you have to. It took me a minute to like, and I'm still kind of learning there. Of like, you can't mix business with pleasure, you know?
Why?
Cause man, you get your heart broken every time.
Oh, you lead with your heart?
Yeah, it's just like. I don't know, because anytime I'm, like, seeing anybody or talking to anyone, like, I just always give them, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just to anybody, like, my respect, like, my full attention. Until, like, I realize that this person is not going to value it, then it's like, all right, I'm going to distance myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And, I mean, sometimes I try not to, you know? Like, I'm just like, I'm going to go with the moment. And then it's short. I don't know. I shouldn't even be talking about that.
I already told you I don't edit shit, so
Dang it.
Hey, so you got the background dancers now.
Yeah.
How was that transition? Because, you know, when you're putting on a show and you're rapping, you ain't got nobody up there but yourself. You just rocking the crowd. But now you putting on a real performance. You got backup dancers. How is that transition as far as like sharing the stage and making sure you're not running into anybody and shit like that?
Yeah, it's been dope. It's been fun. Like honestly, it's only been a couple of performances, and I like to keep it just simple right now. You know, like one of my goals is to eventually like do the actual choreographed dance with them, like do the same steps.
Yeah.
But for now, I've been just keeping it simple. Like, you know, just kind of standing more still. It helps me control my energy and my breathing.
Yep.
Cause I get way too hyped sometimes. Like I let that energy. Like when I get up there, I'm just like. Well, boom. Like sometimes if I don't focus, like the dancers help me focus to like just stay in one spot, keep the delivery going, you know, like versus when I'm by myself, like I feel like I have to make up for like the space, you know, so I'm jumping all over the place and like, I don't know. I get way too like, I take in all the energy and excitement and I just give it my all. I just give it right back. Boom.
I felt it when you were at the Button Up. When you were performing at the Button Up,
yeah,
for the keys of the industry.
That was cool, man. It got tiring though, like 4 times.
Did you do the same? I only seen the one set. Did you do the same set each night?
No. I switched it up. Every week was different music, so I feel like that kind of was like didn't help me, you know, because my most lit songs were the ones I performed like the first night. Yeah,
that's my shit.
Bien buena.
Yeah,
we got some more music like that coming out here soon, like very soon.
The record I really like right now is the Pan Pan Chocolate.
Thank you.
Yeah, this shit right here.
Oh, you can hear it in the headphones.
Yeah, this shit is hard, man.
And it's cute.
Whoa. Did you perform this one?
I did perform this one, I think. Did I? I don't even remember. When was that? The keys to the. It was like in.
Shit. When did we do that? That was
November.
Was it? It was before then.
It was last year.
Yeah. Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was like November.
Yeah. This shit right here though. When I heard this shit, I was like, okay. It's my shit.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. Shout out to David from Caballos del Norte. He's the one that originally produced this, the one that did the Bien Buena, the other one you were just referencing.
Yeah.
He started this track. He produced it, but because he's busy with the band and on the road, we never finished it. And so shout out to Outside. He's the one that has been producing my music lately. He like kind of, how would you say it? Finished the project, I guess, and just kind of like touched up a couple things. And like they collabed both, I guess you can say. Got the stems, finished the beat, and then we did this track right here. And we had that idea from like 4 years ago. And
Really?
and I was just like, we got to do this one because it's just different, you know. It's like it's happy music. It's like upbeat. So, yeah.
Kind of going back to the keys of the industry. What was your thoughts on that competition? The way that it was put together, your part in it, the other artists. What was your thought on the whole thing?
Honestly, it's been a cool it was a cool opportunity, you know, because I don't think I would have got the United 2 interview if I wouldn't have been a part of that, because like I was active, I was there, you know, I was showing like who I was. The only thing I feel like it could have been more, they shouldn't have dragged it out as long, like dragged it out like each week or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I mean, it just, because that just got a little exhausting, you know, like doing that. Like I was just like, man, but because by the last one, I remember a couple of judges were like, oh, you didn't really have the energy like your first ones. And I was like, bro, I'm tired. Like, this is like 4 weeks in, like what? And like, I love performing, bro, don't get me wrong, but it was because it was in the same spot, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was different people kind of, but that, and I think the voting, you know, I think the voting was a little like, I didn't like how they had it at the very end, because a lot of my people, like they left, like they had to go to work the next day or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like I didn't even get no votes. I don't think, or none of my people voted for me because they all left early or right after my performance.
Even though you shut it down, you put a good performance on.
Yeah. So I think that just, you know, I think they need to like maybe tighten things up. But I don't know. I mean, it's cool too. You know, I don't really want to tell nobody what to do, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's your perspective, and I think it's important to know yours, being you were in it, right? You were a participant.
Yeah, and I would love to help out and behind the scenes like that. Shoot.
Like what, Judge?
Something, because I'm like, I love this kind of stuff, you know? Like it's cool, you know? Like I like the show part of it. Like you're right. Like I have been becoming more of a showman. The person, again, man, Pelon David, like the one that produced some of this stuff here, he's been a big influence because he's the one that was like, bro, you need to become a showman. They're already doing it, you know? He told me that. And, like, he would always reference Pitbull. He'd always be like, look at Pitbull, look at Pitbull. And I'm just like, boom. And it's funny because people have already told me, oh, you remind me of Pitbull, like, so many times. And I'm just like, cool. Like, I never, like, oh, yeah, I agree. I'm just like, oh, cool, thank you. Like, I'm not really, I don't know.
It's not a bad comparison.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Considering where he was at and where he is now.
Yeah.
International.
And you know he can really, really rap.
Of course.
Have you heard his, like, freestyles in the streets?
And he can fight. I've seen Pitbull punch somebody in the face.
Really?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, just put it
in Miami or what?
I don't know where it was. Dude try to make it rain on Pitbull, and Pitbull.
Oh yeah. I think it's in the club or something.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember this actually. He laid him out right on stage.
Yep.
He trying to make it rain on Pitbull. What the? What kind of? Man, that's the most ridiculous, bro. Man.
Why don't they have Pitbull at the Super Bowl? He's Chico 305.
He's been at the Super Bowl.
He's done it before?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
With Jennifer Lopez. Or no, that was the World Cup. But yo, yeah, man, shoot.
So what was your thoughts on, I mean, because your genre and what you did was totally different from anybody else that performed on that competition. What was your thought on some of the talent that was there that night?
Bro, there's a lot of talented people. Like I was just like, where is everyone coming from? Like there's people that like barely moved here recently from like Mississippi or in Atlanta and different places. Or just, it just felt like there was a lot of like people that were brand new to the state. But it was a lot of good talent, man. It's a lot of talent. Like, you know, I think a lot of people kind of sound the same a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. I kind of just zone. I'm in my own zone, you know? Unless there's like people that really catch my attention. Or like the homie, Low IQ, for sure. And like him as a person, he like really connects with you, you know? Like shout out Low IQ, like genuine dope dude, like really respectful. I'm really respectful. Like it's all love right there, you know? And I met him through the keys to the industry. So like he's definitely someone that stood out for many reasons, you know? His sound, his voice, his way of being. I think that goes a lot into like your brand as an artist, is the way you treat people, you know, the way you, that's all it really comes down to.
You have anybody that you're collabing with out here locally? Are you looking to collab with anybody or anything like that? I've done a couple hooks and stuff with a couple local artists out here. There's this young artist named Ernie Stacks
You know, he shows a lot of love too. He's always supporting. I did a track for him. He's like a young artist. He's like 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
And I told him, I said, bro, like we're gonna do this because like I remember when I was younger. Dang, I'm gonna really say this. I like reached out to like Emerson Kennedy. I reached out to like who was the other rappers at that time when I was young, when I was 15, bro, 16, 17, like super passionate about it.
Yeah.
And I sucked back then, but
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do a song with like people out here doing it. And I thought Emerson Kennedy was one of the best. I still have love for him. I don't even think I've ever had a conversation with Emerson Kennedy. I might have met him, but he was kind of like quiet and shy, I think, if I remember.
Yeah, he was definitely, he did emo music for sure.
Yeah, he was kind of like emo
Yeah.
vibes. So like, anyways, I tried to do a song with him back when I was that age, and like, you know what I mean? We never did it. And so I didn't like take it bad. I took it more like motivation. Like, you know what? I had a chip on my shoulder. I was like, I want everybody, like, I'm gonna make sure like everyone in Utah Salt Lake like knows who I am by like my work ethic. And it's crazy how like I was probably like 17, 18 at that time. And like that's what I told the young homie. I was like, bro, like I want to do this song with you because like it's like that situation. Like I want to be able to like, I remember being your age and like an artist not wanting to do a song with me like that was older than me or whatever that you really looked up to, and you know that whole experience. And so I was like, we got to make this happen. So then, you know, it's like inspiration or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, just I don't know, just like positive vibes. You know, to be like, bro, you know, I don't know. Like I related that situation and try to like make it right, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you relate to him. He was you when you were
exactly
that age.
Yeah. So
And so you're putting your hand out and you're like, yo, I've learned some things. This is what you do.
yeah, exactly. And working with the youth is always the move. Like that's how you stay relevant and that's how you reinvent yourself, is that you have to be tapped in with the youth culture. Like that's who it's always been, like moving the culture. In every culture, like hip hop, like Latin music, like it's always the young people. It's always the young crowd that are like the ones that determine, you know, like if you're dope or you're not. I feel like those are the ones that really push the culture.
Yeah. Knowing what you know now, what would you tell your young self?
Damn, that's a good question, bro. I don't know, man. As far as like music or just anything?
In general.
In general?
Don't pull out.
Don't pull out.
You good, don't pull out. Would you even go to school?
Go to college?
Would you ever do that? Would you just
I don't know, cause
follow
yeah,
your
I really
passions?
it was hard, cause I don't know. Yeah, I would say maybe just I think just not care about as much, like don't care about what other people think as much, I guess, would be the biggest thing possibly. Because for the longest time, and I mean, it's always been a process. Like there's, you know, it'll be like half and half. Like, okay, I don't care what people think, but then I also do care. Like kind of in the middle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe just not caring a little less about what people think. Because I think with even the school thing, it was more of like society's expectation, you know? And it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing, you know?
Yeah.
But then I started realizing like, shoot, like, bro, like, there's things that you want to do in life, like you don't even have to go to school for it, but because I don't know, man, like it just looks good or it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. And like we're more and more our generation and like technology and everything with freelancing, because I do graphic design also, you know, so
I need some graphics, man.
Yeah, so
Let
that's
me on the low.
Yeah.
Right.
We're moving towards that way, bro. We're moving towards that like our like the millennial culture, how like they don't have traditional 9-to-5s and they're working at a shared space, and like millennials and like people my age don't want to buy homes, they want to just rent, you know, like trying to become more like minimal and, you know, becoming more conscious of like our carbon footprint and all that.
Yeah. What's your biggest challenge right now as an artist?
I think right now for me has been like having like a team, like a solid music team, because I think that's the most effective thing to do right now, you know?
What piece are you missing?
I think just like I have producers and like people I work with, but more like on a sense of like when everyone's just like, it's more of like a in-house kind of family. You know what I mean? Kind of like how like, I guess how like record labels kind of do it, where you have like, usually they like, they're the ones that send you to the studio or whatever. They're like, this is our studio that we have for the label or whatever. but having something more structured, I guess. Because right now I've been doing it 100% independent. You know, I pay for like my own studio time, and I think that's been like a big limitation, you know, of just being creative and be able to create, because it's like it's only when I go to the studio type thing. And so,
Well, have you reached out to anybody? Because there's tons of people out here doing it, right?
yeah, definitely. There's I think for me the biggest thing is quality, and usually the quality costs money, you know.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it comes down to. But honestly, I think what I've come to the conclusion is just investing in myself and getting my own, you know, equipment. But I know that's gonna I have to figure that out and make it happen. But I think that would be the best thing at the end of the day. But for now, you know, like I've been just going to like different studios. Like I've been working with Groundworks in West Valley. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I haven't.
With Stephen Carr and CeeLo's. They have a studio out there. Enrique used to have an office, I think. You used to have an office there? Yeah. And Clear Sauce used to be there too. I don't know if you know Clear Sauce.
I don't.
So
the first thing that popped into my head was the lab, because you're cool with IQ.
Oh, which lab? That's what it's called.
That's their. Is it a label? The label's called The Lab, and then the vision is JB's thing. Is it JB? Yeah, JB. But yeah, the labs is what kind of, because they keep all the shit in house. They got producers, they got artists. So I don't know.
That's cool.
Your homies with IQ. Maybe that's something that you can maybe look into.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're a totally different flavor from anybody, and I think that, you know, you can, you know, maybe work with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe hit them up.
Yeah, me and Low IQ have done a track together for there's a local, so the homie's from Florida, but he lives here now. His name is Mendo. He has this little brand called Mendo Creative, and right now he's on the rise. Like, he's been collaborating with local artists. He had like 9 different local artists on one track, and Low IQ was one. He actually met us at the Keys to the Industry.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and like it's crazy. And so he organized, like he paid us all to like record a track for him. He paid for the studio session. Like, he was very professional about it, and he has his own clothing line called Culture Supply. And he like laced us up with some like hoodies and like, bro, like crazy. Like,
and it's Mendo?
Yeah, Mendo Creative.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I think his Instagram's like I am Mendo or something like that. But yeah, Culture Supply. They were with me at my last show. We were selling some merch together, doing a little collaboration there. We don't have an official piece of like, I guess like a shirt or whatever that we've actually collaborated just yet, but we're working on that for sure.
It's dope.
So yeah, man.
So more on the clothing, you're gonna get into more. You said you're doing graphic design, so are you gonna be doing more clothing designs and shit like that?
Yeah, just more on for like merch, because
Okay.
I've never dropped any type of t-shirt for merch. So I think it's about time to like get into that. I used to think, I don't know, I heard t-shirts are like the highest selling merch, but I don't
Condoms.
know. No, I mean like merch
Condoms
on the road.
Yeah, I'm saying condoms and gum.
Condoms and gum?
Yeah, throw your face on a pack of condoms and gum. Guarantee that shit sells out.
At a concert.
Yeah.
Gum?
They're trying to fuck.
And chew gum?
Yes.
Oh, and be fresh.
And be fresh.
Fresh mouth.
Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, t-shirts.
That's not a bad idea, actually, though.
It's different.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for, though. I'm always trying to think of something creative. That's why I haven't done the shirts, because I'm like, I did candles. I had candles, and they had my my song No Me Llames, the artwork cover on it. So, you know, I still got some of those, actually.
Damn, you know what you should do? Put the CD at the bottom of the candle. So when the shit
no.
burns all the way out, you get the CD. No, y'all ain't rolling.
I'm like, no one listens to CDs no more.
Damn.
Someone tried to give me a CD. Shout out to the DJ, man. I love to him, but I was like, bro. And I have a CD player, but it doesn't work anymore. It actually broke like a day after for some reason.
It was the universe.
It was It was crazy. And I never listened to the CD. And I'm just like, dang, like who listens to CDs?
Nah, you right. I don't. Shit, Bluetooth in my car.
Yeah. You have way more options. Come on.
Yeah.
Where are we living at? Just kidding. What year are we living in?
So what's next for Santos Guzman?
Honestly, right now, it's just tightening up the team, you know, getting a solid team, and then working on the next goals are going on tour, bro. Like, that's something that I'm just like, I need to do that. That's like one of my goals since like the beginning. My first goals were like play at all the major clubs here in Utah to like get myself ready for out of state, and then that's what we've been doing, going out to Cali, networking out there with the Latino community, like both northern and southern Cali. So like it's dope. And so yeah, going on tour, bro, just getting that tightened up. So if there's anybody out there, you know, that wants to invest or whatever, yeah, mostly investors,
Yeah.
get a Latino college tour going on here to just really like connect with youth. I just want to be able to like represent my people like here in the US. And I embrace that fully now because it's changed. Like before, Mexico wasn't as welcoming, I guess, to like people from over here. Not as welcoming. I don't know. My experience, I kind of felt like that. But now it's become so much more like people love it because it's like everything's with the internet, like everything is so they already looked into like American culture. Like they do it everywhere. Like I met this guy from Africa and he's like, when I was in Africa, like I knew who 50 Cent was, I knew who Eminem was. You know what I mean? So like the whole world loves American culture. And like us being that one way or another, you know, now they love it. Now it's a good thing. Now they're like, oh, especially in the music, like if you come over here, if you're from over here, like they see you some type of way, you know, like, damn, like you're from over there, like that's crazy. And then like putting in the time over there in the homeland, you know, and then coming back, like it gives you weight too. Like that's what Selena did, you know. She crossed over. So and that's my next goal too. Yeah, it's cross over. Like I need to go to Mexico and like, you know, go get that. How would you say it? Go win that crowd. Go win my people real quick.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like being a rapper and going to Brooklyn. Like, rapping in New York is different than rapping in like Utah. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So winning that crowd over, I think, is a huge achievement. You can do it though, man. You got talent.
Thank you, bro.
You got a lot of talent.
I appreciate it.
I'm telling you that single hard. I need the MP3 of that.
Okay, I got you.
Because I ain't buying it off of iTunes.
It's cool. You can just stream it, you know? Get a couple streams in there.
No.
In the club?
Yeah, I'm trying to spin it.
Oh, okay. Wait, you DJ too?
Yeah.
Man, sorry, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Do your research.
Do your research.
Sitting at the big boy table now.
I thought you were interviewing me, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, I can ask you questions, you said.
Yeah. Anything.
I'm just kidding.
Cool, man. Well, we've done an hour.
Oh, word.
Do you have anything else? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
I don't know, man. I just want to say, you know, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Everyone here involved, you know, much love to you guys. Keep creating dope content for the culture. And yeah, shout out to everybody, you know, doing their thing. Like just focus on you, worry about you, be in your own lane, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of talent out here, but always in general, you know how it's been with like, I don't know, man. It's just, I guess it's not even just our scene. It's just.
Why are you playing so safe? Call him out. Because I can see you want to say something.
You know.
I know.
You know. That's so funny. Man. Mind reading is real, ladies and gentlemen. Telepathic. Do you believe in that?
You shouldn't say any big words ever.
Telepathy. Telepathic. Telepathic waves are real. Yeah. Telepathic. Cannabis. I'm just kidding.
Relax. Cool. What's your socials? Where can people follow you at?
I'm under Música de Santos on IG, and then everywhere else I'm under Santos X Guzman. But yeah, I think we're gonna transition fully over to Música de Santos for branding. Keep that one name basis. I'll still be Santos Guzman officially, but yeah, Santos.
Dope.
Música de Santos.
Cool. You can catch me at DreRawka, DRERAWKA, and Free Life Temptation Marketing. Is that it, Waldo? Did I say it right? Waldo's gonna stab me one of these days because I keep hating on his name.
Enrique, can you take a photo on your phone?
Enrique, what's your socials?
Oh yeah, Enrique, come over here.
Better hurry up. Run. Don't trip. What's your socials? Where can people follow you at?
EJ Master Mix on Instagram and on Twitter. Yeah, same everything, all full board. EJ Master Mix. If you really want to find my music, it's on private, but that's for later.
Okay. Private? What's your Tinder?
That's what I was about to tell him. His Tinder, his Chispa. Have you heard of Chispa?
Suavecito 123.
Have y'all heard of Chispa though? That's like the Latino Tinder. Shout out Chispa.
I think this was on that once.
Chispa's
The Latino
dope.
Tinder a few years back.
Chispa. Just kidding.
Relax. KJ is in his recliner, so I'm gonna shout KJ out. Lane Vision Films, Lane Vision on Instagram. But yeah, man, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll definitely do it again. Obviously, I think that there's a lot more that we can talk about. But thank you for coming.
Definitely.
Thank you, Waldo. Enrique, thank you.
Thank you.
KJ, thank you for just sitting there. And we out. Peace.